Who do we got?
In the water, Manny, we've got Uri Valadao from Brazil in the red. We have Dallas Singer from Australia in the white. Andrew Lester, who's been the story of the contest so far. He's from Australia. He's in the yellow. And from Portugal.
Oh, exact. And the guys are out there. We're rocking and rolling. These are 30-minute heats. The guys are always get caught off guard in the early rounds because these guys are warming up. In fact, Dallas Singer in the white jersey, he came to us from Australia, and he said that he's been riding some stand-up surfing style waves, a little soft, a little mushy. He got to Fronton, instantly felt it was natural to be out here at Fronton on a bodyboard.
For sure. Look, before we move into today's action, Manny, let's have a look at the highlights from yesterday, which was quite a memorable day.
Unreal. Let's check it out.
Vamos embora, vamos embora. Eu te digo, menina, eu tenho um livro do Brasil em frente de mim agora. O pau de açúcar é tão lindo como amor de mar, como amor de mar. Vamos embora, vamos embora. Menina, temos que sair da casa, porque eu lembro da Bahia, suas ruas agora. É sua gente, é tão linda em pôr da lua, em pôr da lua. Que só tenho que sorrir. Ela se chama Semiramis. Ela me diz que só tenho que sorrir, porque a vida é pequena se não temos a coragem de sorrir. diz que só tenho que sorrir. Ela se chama Semiramis. Ela me diz que só tenho que sorrir. Porque a vida é pequena se não temos a coragem de sorrir.
Welcome, everybody. Once again, this is the IBA 2011 NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro, brought to you by Grand Flavor. Manny V with
Greg Taylor, Manny, and how was that highlights package?
unreal. My eyes were glued to the monitor. I mean, you package that thing and you can sell it as a video in the entirety. Guys were ripping.
Yeah, it was amazing footage. The surf wasn't as good as it can get at Fronton, but from those highlights, you saw the level of surfing was just amazing. And the great thing is today, the competitors, we've got the big screen set up in the VIP riders area, so they'll be watching the same feed and same action as the fans on the webcast. So they'll be watching.
I heard, yeah, did you hear it in the background? Round number 2, heat number 1 has just started. These are 30-minute heats. Top 2 waves will be scored. And here we go. Right off the bat, Silvano, Lourenco.
Straight away, Manny, the man from Portugal's into it, bit of a legend of the sport.
Oh, nice.
Just starts off with a nice little invert and just feeling his way into this heat. But look, all the riders, they like to get a good start, get a score on the board, get the judges warmed up. And well done, Silvano, Lourenco. Who else we got in the water, Manny?
All right, we're going to see Uri Valadao, the Brazilian, in red, and this guy, Dallasinger, in white from Australia. Nice bottom turn, comes around the section, goes straight for that hefty, thick lip, and goes for a roll and pulls it off out in front of the whitewash. Big. That's what we saw in the highlight packages. We are about 200 feet above the actual water. So the waves look, when we have a top view, the waves look small, but
yeah, most definitely, Manny. And look, plenty of action in the water. Now we've got Uri Valadao's up and riding. Look at this, action-packed, pulls in the barrel. Can he get out of there?
Yeah, Uri Valadao.
What a start to the heat. You saw Dallasinger with a big, strong roll, riding the wave all the way into the rocks. He's got to be careful. Then you saw Silvano Lourenco. He had a good start. And now Uri Valadao has got a bit of tube time.
Wow.
All in the first 90 seconds.
There you have it. These guys are hungry. They know what they got to do, and they're doing everything they can to do it. Again, 30-minute heats, round number 2 out in the water. We may go into round number 3 after this round if conditions warrant it. So today, Thursday, December 8th, this is day number 3 on the Grand Slam Series here at the NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro, brought to you by our media partners, Grand Flavor. Woo!
Definitely,
I'm ready.
Manny. And look, Grand Flavor, again, quick shout out to the guys there. Thank you again. We've got the new threads on today. We've mixed it up. And but, you know, for all your viewers there online, jump on to grandflavor.com. Check out the new online store and get yourself some goodies for Christmas. Manny, they've got a special at the moment.
Yes, they do. And right now, they are hooking you up with free shipping of $200, I believe.
If you purchase for international shipping,
Yes.
totals greater than $200, it's free shipping worldwide. So get your friends together, your family.
That's the way to
package
do
it
it.
up, bang, get it out there.
That's the way to do it, especially if you're going to do some Christmas shopping. Get everybody together, make your list, go on their website, and then package it all. Oh, look at that. Dallas
hold the
Singer
phone.
on his first wave loses his fin. That's not a good sign.
No, look, he started off with a 6.0, but you saw him, he got that powerful ride, and he rode it all the way through to the rocks, and there's just a lot of wash, a lot of moving water, as you said, Manny.
That's very unfortunate. You want to have all the power you can out at El Fronton. This wave is heavy.
He's lost both, Manny.
Oh, he's lost
Has he
both
lost
fins.
both?
That's
Okay.
right. Dallas Singer is bumming right now.
No, there's one. He's still got one on, and there's Dallasinger there.
Oh, my. Again, Dallas Singer has just come from Australia, and again, he felt something very spiritual and very natural out there at El Fronton on his bodyboard, and unfortunate, he's lost a fin.
Yeah, look, he's got plenty of time. Fortunately, we've got 30-minute heats today, Manny, so he started off with a strong 6.0 ride. He's now still got 26 minutes to go in. I'm sure one of the boys will be up on the cliff about to throw down a replacement set of fins for him. But again, Uri Valadao getting busy again.
All right, Uri Valadao coming off the bottom, punches through the lip for a nice roll, and that's all she wrote for Uri Valadao from Brazil.
Look.
So this is it. Big things are going down in this event, not only the waves, but also some big situations. There are 4 riders who are going for a world title at this event. But first, take a look. This is where we at currently in heat number 1, round number 2.
Look, Uri Valadao, that's 6.1 just for his first ride. He's got another score to drop, so a very strong start for Uri. Dallas Singer, as we said, it started with a strong roll and a 6.0. He's gone in to get a new pair of fins. Silvano Lourenco was just 3.75 for his first wave, but he's on the board. Andrew Lester yet to get a wave. He's out there waiting with priority, so very interesting. But
Andrew Lester.
Oh, Andrew Lester, the man of the moment.
Woo.
The story's, it's all about Andrew Lester. He qualified through the trials, won every heat, all the way through to the final. Not only did he win the trials and won himself a place in the main event,
Wow.
he has qualified for the 2012 Grand Slam Series. And I was with Winnie yesterday. He catch Froggy.
Nice. And you know what? I saw his Facebook post. He is calling himself the oldest rookie on the tour. And you know what? A lot of people are stoked to have him on the tour for 2012. Dallas Singer making his way to the inside, still looking for somebody to throw a fin out to him. He's in the keyhole area between two reef shelves, so somebody's got to be down there for sure and get him a fin. Again, you want all the power you can have in your arsenal out in this wave. To get into the wave, you need everything.
Oh, for sure, Manny. And as said, yeah, it's energy sapping as well, mentally and physically. Again, strong ride. He'd be pleased he got that. But there's Jace Finlay doing the, looking after his mate, throwing him a pair of fins. I'm not even sure if he would have had a replacement pair of fins up there, so he might have just grabbed a pair of his own. And they probably look like a pair of Stealth. They're one of the event sponsors, and Jace has put it all on the line on those slippery rocks. Be careful, Jace, there.
I hope that fin floats once he throws it to him. But, yeah, this is very heavy. These guys have to jump in between two reef shelves and fall into a little, like, river that'll suck you out into the waves. But it's very, very dangerous in that area. Check this out. Andrew Lester in the yellow jersey.
He's up and riding. He's got his mind back together after his achievements of yesterday. Big, strong roll. Under the lip, pulls in. Very strong. Look, that's a good start for Andrew Lester, and it's very similar to what we saw for the Open Exchange from Dallas Singer. So let's see what the judges have to say about that. But Andrew Lester would be good, happy with that start. 7 minutes into the heat, drops his first score, and scores are dropping now. We'll wait to see what they have to say, Manny. But at least it's a solid scoring wave to start for Andrew Lester.
So what do you think happened with Dallas Singer? It looked like he did the move pretty clean, but then got caught up in the whitewash. These guys are pretty smart. I'm sure he had some fin tethers on. There's so much power behind this. Look how far he still has the paddle.
Still can't get in. That's the problem because the current is so strong. He hasn't got fins, so he's just going to he's going to sacrifice himself on the rocks here.
There's a reef right in front of him. He's got to do something to get closer to the reef. Jason has to probably walk around and get closer to him because he's battling, losing energy and time on the inside section, trying to get that fin back on his foot. So Dallas Singer not in a good position right now, but fortunate for him, these are 30-minute heats. Top two waves are scored. So right now he had that 6.0, which is perfect. Yeah. So he shouldn't stress too much. Look at this out the back.
Uri Valadao up on a nice size wave, pulls on it, stalls nicely. Can he pull out of that? Looks like it's pinched. He can't hold on. So unfortunately, I don't think that will replace his 4.35. At the moment, Yuri's got two solid scoring waves, a 6.1 and a 4.35. He's in first position with 0.45. So that one's a throwaway, but if nothing else, he stopped the other competitors from doing it. But Uri Valadao, he's an amazing competitor, former world champion, Manny.
That's right. Uri Valadao, the Brazilian, definitely a contest machine, and it's going to be interesting to see when the waves get big if he can maintain that contest strategy and get out there and do what he does best, and he does it all.
Yeah, for sure. And look, he's if you look at the scenarios we've got, you spoke about the world title chase that we've got on. At the moment, looks Jace Finlay still trying to get that fin to his compadre, his friend Dallas Singer. He's all of a sudden he's lost about 8 minutes now, and he said, Manny, I guess the concern is it's not just the physical, it's the mental. He knows he's under an element of pressure because we've got this is event 8 of 8 of the World Tour, and it's very valuable qualification points. At the moment, Dallas Singer is not safe. He's sitting there. He's on 14th. He needs to at least get to round 4, make his way through this leaderboard stage, through to round 4, to assure himself a place for next year.
Oh, damn.
And so he'd be feeling the pressure. He got a second yesterday, which was not too bad in round 1. As we know, that's 4 points. But he's still looking for He's, he needs a solid result here, and without that, he could really put himself in danger of missing a spot for next year's World Tour. So, as I said, it's the physical, but the mental. He would be winging out right now.
Exactly, but lucky for him, that first wave of his under scorecard is 6.0. That's a very solid first scoring wave. Check this out. It is Silvano Lourenco.
Yeah, the man from Portugal. He's been consistent, surfed very strongly through the trials. Look, that one just didn't present the lip he was after. He rode it well. He got to the lip, nice roll. But look, he's looking to better a 3.75, and he's only got the one wave on the board at the moment. So, but yes, Silvano, man, he talked me through. Do you know much about Silvano?
You know, I've seen him around, but I don't really know much about him. But I do know that the Portuguese actually, he's comes from that whole contest, that contest family that the Portuguese like to put out there. So he's also a big wave rider, and we know that he's out here, and he's out here for the same reason. He wants to get into round number 4.
Oh,
so,
for sure, man. I hear he runs a bodyboard school there back in Portugal, and he's a bit of a legend of the Portugal scene. And I'm sure there's big fan base back at home, and the IBA's big fan base from Portugal. Big shout out to all you guys, and fingers crossed. Your man's just dropped a 4.5 for that last wave. Silvano, he's jumped into second position. So come on, Portugal, bring him home.
Well, we have another Portuguese out there who will be coming up later in some of the later heats in round number 2. We see Gastão and Trudeau, and I believe Hugo Pinheiro would be out there as well. So we got the Portuguese holding up the Portuguese flag, ready to rock and roll. Coming up next, there he is in yellow, Gastão and Trudeau. He'll be facing off with Guilherme Tamega. Eder Luciano is right there stretching in his wetsuit. And Arim Cabrera is in the sweater right next to him. So those guys will be coming up next. And look at this structure. Very impressive.
No, look, it's a very, very impressive contest structure we've got here. So we've got a stadium built on the cliffs, Manny, and it just creates an amazing atmosphere. But the big story is, Manny, world title contender, Tamega. Guilherme Tamega had to take a little visit to hospital last night. He is in contention for a world title. He's having some health issues. He's not well. I haven't seen him this morning. I hope he's been able to make it to the event. He's in the next heat, so we've got to hold our breath and see if he's actually fit to hit the water. The amazing thing is, he was as sick yesterday. He was really not well.
No.
Before he went in the water, I had a word to him, and I thought he was just nervous with the world title race. I said, "How are you, GT?" And he was, "Oh, not good, not good." And he went out, he blitzed his heat, he won his heat. He came back in, he could hardly walk, Manny. And then he was really not well last night. So best wishes to GT. I hope he's okay now. Let's just hold our breath and see what but he is one of the contenders, Manny, and that's the big story of this event. There's 4 people in contention for the world title.
That's right, and on top is Jeff Hubbard. Everybody is going and snipping after him. This is Jeff Hubbard. He's sitting on top of the rankings, and closest to him is Pierre-Louis Costa, the French phenom. He is on fire. He's won 3 events back to back to back, and Ryan Hardy, the Australian, as well. He is close enough to strike. And then you were talking about Guilherme Tamega.
He's in 4th position, Manny. He basically doesn't want Hub to get through to round 4. Hub gets through to round 4. GT can't do much about it, but Andrew Lester up and riding. He knows how to find the barrel here. Can he get out?
Oh, look at that. Nice clean, and you can see him maneuvering through the barrel. Rail control within the inside the barrel. Andrew Lester showing off his tube riding skills.
Manny, it's experience. That's ability to ride the lip. And, it gets under. Again, it sits under the lip. And just pinch, but it stays open. Rides the pocket perfectly. And then as he comes out, he's going to bank a little spin. Right in the pocket. The judges like to see that, and you'll see he's still under the lip, comes around, so strong score, a 6.0 for Andrew Lester, leaps into 1st position, so a 5.5 and a 6.0, combined score of 11.5, Manny. Andrew Lester from Australia, the new Oki, he's through to 1st position, still 16.5 minutes to go, so he's building his scores, he'd be feeling a little bit more comfortable. But Dallas Singer, I'm not sure if he's back out the lineup yet, Manny. Have you seen him out there?
No, I'm not sure, but I know he's got his fin. He's had to get his fin on from Jason Finlay, who threw it out to him. But I don't know if I like the new Aki. I'd like to call him the Lester, because he is one of a kind here in bodyboarding. He's doing what a lot of bodyboarders still can possibly do. We know a lot of pro bodyboarders who are still out there owning their home brakes, still charging big waves. And Andrew Lester, he's shown what is possible. Here he comes. This is Dallas Singer. Did he opt to go all the way around to the left side? I think he did.
I think he's really in trouble here. He's lost a lot. He was coming on the right-hand side and just simply couldn't get in on the rocks. He had no fins.
Oh!
Uri Valadao pops a nice invert, and he rides out the front of that. He's got a 6.1, looking to better a 4.35. Could leapfrog back into first place. Let's see what the judges have to say. But Uri Valadao, that's his fourth wave. He's busy. He's surfing well.
Dallas Singer losing a lot of time and energy on that right-hand channel, as you were witness to it. On the right side of this wave, the current is not going to help you if you're trying to come straight in. So what he did is paddle out and around and come in on the left side where the current will help you come on to the reef. Look at this is a full-on reef shelf that all the competitors at high tide will probably end up on if they catch that wave all the way to the inside. So unfortunately for Dallas Singer, again, 15 minutes to go. He still has some time. He just needs to get that fin and get back out there ASAP.
He does, Manny, but again, that situation, he really needs probably a top 2 finish in this heat to put himself in a position to get into round 4 and assure himself a 2012 Grand Slam berth. So, look, he's so unlucky. Chase Finlay's got 2 pairs of fins now. He's down on the rocks. And look, it looks like he's finally going to get it. Still 15 minutes to go. He's going to have to just throw the one on and he'll be straight out there. I'd put that tether on there, Dal. I don't want to go through that again. But look, he caught that right, Manny, and he big, powerful right. Then he got caught up in the wash and he rode it all the way to the cliff. Yeah. And that had had an impact on him twofold. One, he lost his fin just because the power of the wave. But 2, he was caught on the inside of that right hand in front of that rock shelf, which is just not the place to be.
Well, again, we've been talking about it all day yesterday. These guys are not only mentally fit, but 100% physically fit. They don't, they know what's at stake here when they're on a wave here at Fronton, and he's got to be careful. These rocks are very, very slippery. You don't want to twist an ankle right before you paddle back out after exerting all that energy on the right sand channel.
There's GT, Manny.
Great
to see he's here. I'm really happy to see that. I was generally concerned we wouldn't see the world title contender, 6-time world champion, make it today. He's come from a hospital bed to be here. Amazing. Let's see what he can do once he hits the water. But he's probably the ultimate competitor. He's nice, driven, focused.
If he was, get back to Guilherme. Uri Valadao, fellow Brazilian, up and riding, big backflip right there from Uri Valadao in the red jersey. He was looking for 5.4 to move into that first place spot. I think that might have been it. Big, big move on that right-hander.
Yeah, very busy. So all the other riders, let's have a look at this replay first. I know we've got the man from Portugal, Silvano Lourenco, is up. Got a nice set. Get up there. Bang. Very great work. Good, powerful invert. And it fattens out for him, but he kicks out. And look, he leads a 6.85 to jump into second, or a 7.0 to jump into first. I'm not sure if that'll be enough, but he will replace his lowest score. Let's have a look at Uri again, Manny.
All right, he comes off the bottom, looks straight for the lip, and here he is. Actually, that was a big air roll spin, an ARS from Uri Valadao, the Brazilian, and that's what took him to the win in Portugal. Check this out, Silvano Lourenco's rewind.
Look at that section, bang, he gets up there, nice invert. It drops onto the open face. So I guess he probably would have wanted greater projection, but he's only looking to replace a 3.75, but waiting for those scores to drop. Looks like a 5.8 for Silvano. That'll push him into third place. He still requires a 5.71 to move into second place, but the Brazilian, Uri Valadao, has jumped into first place, leapfrogged Andrew Lester with a 6.3. So now Andrew Lester in second needs a 6.4 to move back into the lead. Silvano Lourenco in third position needs a 5.71. And Dallas Singer, once he gets back out there, composes himself, he needs a 5.5 to jump into second or a 6.4 to jump into first. Still 11.5 minutes to go, Manny. Dallas has just got to get his head together, get out there and just get another solid scoring wave, and it's all back on. But wow, action-packed first heat. It's going to be an exciting day.
Yes, this is only heat number 1 of round number 2. Again, the leaderboard rounds. Those are the first rounds of the main event. Each rider will compete 3 times. And after that third round, they will have tallied the points, which they are accumulated by the placings in each of those 3 heats. First place, you will get 6 points. Second place, you will get 4 points. Third place will get 2 points. And fourth place will get 1 point. At the end of 3 heats, those points will be added up. The top 16 move on to round number 4. And Dallas Singer, I want to say something really quick about the judging. The judges are on it. I looked at Dallas Singer's heat score, and there's a 0.9 on his scorecard. And where did that come from? They actually were on top of it, and they scored that little inside right where he tried to come in onto the reef. So the judges, they're on it.
Yeah, look, the riders get 10 waves. It's the best 2 scores
There they go.
of your 10 waves. But looking at the next heat, a couple of Brazilians, Gastão from Portugal and Ariam Cabrera, the local man from the Canary Islands. But GT, that's the story to watch. He still needs. Opened up with a win in yesterday's round 1. He's looking good, but he needs to win this event to be in contention to win the world title. He also needs some other things to play in his way, but first and foremost, GT just needs to get through to round 4. And you've explained how it all works, Manny, and what he needs. A strong result. And again, he was in hospital last night. He was really unwell. And I just hope, oh no, I'm sure he can, but it'll be interesting to watch. We saw, he was sick yesterday and he put it all on the line with that massive invert, which you saw in the highlights package.
If he is any much better than he was yesterday, it's going to be pretty tough for these guys to beat Guilherme, because if Guilherme was doing what he was doing yesterday and feeling very under the weather, that's just a little taste of what's expected and what is capable from this guy. He's a big wave charger and just a contest machine. Guilherme Tamega coming up next.
Yeah, and I look definitely in the foreground, on the background there, Manny, you see the girls with the priority flags.
Yes.
What they're signalling there is the man in yellow, Andrew Lester, has priority, has first priority. And then the man in red, Uri Valadao, has second priority. So even though it's a shifty peak, and you got mainly rights this morning, we got lefts and rights, but we are running the 4-man priority, which is a great initiative of the IBA this year. It takes out the hassling factor out of. There's still an element of competition, jostling for waves, but you take out the element. But here he is. He's back in the water. Dallas Singer.
Oh, Dallas Singer punches through the lip. Nice clean roll right off the bat. And you know what? He knows he has to get a higher scoring wave, so he still has time. 8 minutes. So he's back in the game with his 6.0 and this score, which will be his second highest scoring wave.
He needs a 5.5 to jump into second place. I'm not sure whether that'll be enough for that, but that was as much as to get his head back together. He went through that amazing experience about getting washed on the rocks without his fins. But there's GT. He's looking composed. He
looks good.
Got his game face on, Manny. He's got his trusty board. And,
watch where you're going down that cliff.
There. We don't want to lose you off the cliff, GT. But,
yeah, we're about, I would say, 100, 120 feet above the reef up here on the outskirts of Galdar. And IBA Fronton, big, heavy, cylindrical wave. And these guys are very excited to be competing in there.
Oh, most definitely, Manny. And the forecast, if anything, has been upgraded for later on in the period. I was going through the charts with Seamus Mackham last night. And the more locals you speak to, they all just go, wow, it's going to be big neck. And then Sunday, very busy. He has a 12.4. He's in first place. Second place, Andrew Lester on 11.5. He needs a 6.4 to jump into first place. Dallas Singer, jumped into third place with that. He needs to jump into second and a 6.4 to jump into first. And Silvano, Lourenco. Oh, hang on, let's go. Uri up and again, Manny.
Look how big. Oh, big airdrop slides out of the pocket. Can he come out of this big, heavy barrel?
Wow.
And he does. I don't know how he pulled that off. He airdropped about 5-6 feet into the wave, lands, maintains his rail, and lifts out the back. Andrew Lester.
He just seems to know his way around the barrel. He unfortunately gets up and just tries a little backflip, but just falls off the back. He'll be disappointed with that. Uri Valadao, though, that was amazing. He dropped into that, and I basically started looking at the draw sheet for the next wave or the next heat, and he popped out. That was, Uri Valadao.
Wow,
the
that was
judges
heavy.
are having a look at that, but it was, very well ridden. He's looking to replace a 6.1, and a very good chance of doing that because the judges are having a look at it, and there's a nice spread, but 6.1's the score he's trying to beat, Manny. He's already in first. He's just trying to strengthen his win. But
Out
Dallas is up.
All right, out the back, Dallas Singer setting it up, waiting for that section, hits the brakes a little bit and knows that it's not going to form up and cuts out of that wave. So Dallas Singer still looking to better on his second highest scoring wave, which is he needs a 5.5 per second or a 6.4 to jump into that first place spot. But we're still waiting for Uri Valadao's last wave to drop, so that could change for Dallas Singer. Uri Valadao, I still can't believe he pulled off that in and out barrel. He airdropped into the wave, maintained his rail.
I believe that, man. He said, again, he's renowned for his small wave surfing. He's one of the best small wave surfers in the world. But it showed he could mix it with the best in the big stuff, because that was a heavy section.
Yes.
Three fell into it, and then he just had all that water rushing on top of him. Somehow he pulled it round and held on to it. He's already in first position. He's trying to better a 6.1, and actually that wave came out at a 6.1 as well. So no change to his total score, but he's in first with a 12.4. Andrew Lester continues in second place. He needs a 6.4 to progress into first position. Dallas Singer in third needs a 5.5, Manny, and now it's very close seat. Silvano Lourenco, he only needs a 5.71 to jump into second and a 6.6 to jump into first. 5 minutes to go. It's all happening. Anyone can get through, but look, Dallas in third place, started with a second yesterday. He'd really want to at least try to jump into second place to keep himself in contention, and we said for those valuable World Tour points to secure his place for next year. So Dallas, he's back out there. I don't think he's got priority. My guess is Silvano Lourenco's got priority, but let's have a look. Let's break out to an advert, Manny, from one of our event sponsors. Here we go.
Once again, my name is Manny Vargas with Greg Taylor here at the IBA 2011 NMD Pride Stealth Fronton Pro, brought to you by Grand Flavor. And the action is packed here today. This is round number 2 of 3 of the main event. What happens in the first 3 rounds? The riders will be given points for their placings. So first place will get 6, second place will get 4th, third place will get 2, and fourth place will get 1 point. After 3 heats, those points will be tallied, and the top 16 will advance on to round number 4. And here we are out in the water, round number 2, heat number 1. So we just started today's full day of broadcast.
Yeah, no, look, Manny, 2 minutes 50 remaining. Looks like Andrew Lester just got a little wave, only a 1 point ride for that.
Whoa, that little dog barked at me when I was walking here today.
What a walk it is to me, along the cliff face to the contest side. It's just amazing.
Unreal.
Amazing footage. But, mate, let's focus on the heat in the water. 2.5 minutes to go. You see the situation there. Uri Valadao from Brazil in first. Second in Andrew Lester needs a 6.4 to jump into first position. Dallas Singer in third he wants at least a second, I think, Manny, to shore up some points for this leaderboard so he can keep his world title or World Tour ranking in place for next year. But 2 minutes to go. Anything can happen. But Dallas is up and riding now. No, he had a look at that and let it go. But you can see the conditions here. It's very predictable. It's still overcast, and once the cloud clears over, the offshore wind kicks in, and now we're waiting for that to happen. It's still a little bit overcast and the wind's a little bit funky, but as the morning progresses, we're expecting the tide to come up. The swell will come up without a little bit too many, and the wind's predicted to shift offshore. So there is even a possibility we might go into round 3 today. So we're going to push through round 2. We've got 8 heats to get through. The back end of that, we'll make a call on whether we progress into round 3. Because the conditions are forecast to clean up as the morning progresses. So it's only 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning here, Manny. So it's still a big day ahead. So strap yourselves in, viewers.
That's right. And when the tide came up and the little slide offshore started kicking in, we saw a lot more guys starting to go left on the peak. So it's going to be really interesting once the tide comes up, where there's going to be split peak situations, and the guys are going to be doing what they do on the right and on the left. So Here they are, Dallas. You can see him a little anxious out there.
Oh, he's got a minute to go, man. He knows the situation. He's had a very stressful heat. We saw him lose his fin, get washed across the rocks. You know, he needs a 5.5 to jump into second with 50 seconds to go. Andrew Lester's sitting there. There's a priority system, so there's no blocking. There's none of that. So I think Silvano Lourenco is sitting there with priority. He only needs a 5.71 to jump into second place. So anything can happen, but Mother Nature has 30 seconds to deliver these riders another scoring potential, and they're all collectively holding their breath. And I'm sure the crew in Newcastle are hoping that Dallas can get something, and I'm sure the Portuguese watching Lourenco here, Uri's palling this. Lourenco needs a 5.71. What can he do, Manny?
All right, comes off the bottom, goes for the nice invert right there. A little harsh on the landing, but pulls it off out in front of the whitewash. So I don't know how the judge is going to score that, but it is a move nonetheless, and he was looking for a 5.71 to get into that second place spot, or 6.6 to go into first, and I don't know how that's going to fare. But that's it. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but that is the horn to end heat number 1, round number 2.
Yeah, look, Manny, the judge's score is still dropping. The buzzer's gone, so he needs a 5.71. He'd got a 5.4, Manny. Didn't change the first and second, but big news. It pushed Dallas Singer back to 4th position. The score on your screen has not been updated yet. So Silvano Lourenco with that last wave of 5.4 jumped into 3rd position.
Wow, there it is.
There it is, Dallas in 4th. Dallas, all of a sudden, he had a